Welcome to Fairwick once again on January 6th, 1983. Now, I did not look at the calendar what actual date that is of the week, but I don't
It's
care.
a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. Good. Look at that. Another Sunday. We all know that Sundays are very good for, this crew. Yeah.
I think we left off. We were having dinner.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bad ever happens on
Nothing
Sunday
ever bad
dinners.
happened during dinner. Right. Um, So I think last we left off was on the 9th of
No, we
January.
left off on the 16th,
Oh,
on the night of the 16th, having dinner.
Yep.
perfect. So 9th of the 16th, having dinner. The last few bits that we saw. Uh, Lakeisha, you were at Mimi's apartment and snooped around a little bit.
That's right.
Did find some notes here and there from which you could not fully gather context or meaning, but may want to keep those in mind. Um, I don't know if you have a ye old camera that you can take a picture of and that later on develop the film on end, but
Yeah, I think she would have one of those old school spy cameras that came from that era.
yeah,
Just mini mini camera to snap a
yeah,
quick photo
yeah.
discreetly, and yeah, she could go ahead and develop it
It will be on
later
film,
on.
and if you choose to develop them at a later point,
Mm-hmm.
so be it.
Mm-hmm.
And both at the Banks house, I do believe, there was dinner.
Yep,
Uh,
yep, yep.
uh, During that time period, and I'm absolutely not using this to explain why Jay is absent. Uh, uh, the phone rang, asking for to speak with Percy. Uh, he muttered a few words, talked to the person on the other side, someone ush, and said that he had to go for a bit, but he would be right back as soon as possible, and grab a bit of food left and went on his way, leaving the people at home uh, to their own device. Now, before we jump into the following day, anything that any of you wish to quickly uh, deal with or tend to before we do so?
Yeah, button. Hey, Miss Bia.
Yeah.
Dad said I should talk to you about a thing.
Okay. Yeah.
She's got like a bag sitting next to her, and she pulls out the UPenn folder and sits it on the table. So I got in.
That's amazing, hon. That. Oh, congratulations! I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I found out this afternoon. Um, Today was really weird. I think Percy told my mom off and basically told her I was moving in here and she didn't have a choice.
Okay. That's about what I figured.
Yeah, today's been really weird because now this is a problem, but not a problem. He said I should talk to you for advice about Jimmy, especially because you know him better than Percy does.
Oh. Wondering about telling him.
Well, he got accepted to UPenn last week. We found out he got his baseball scholarship last week. So he's going, I'm going. And we kind of had an agreement that we weren't going to be any kind of really serious unless we were both going to the same school. I gotta tell him at some point, and I don't know how he's going to take it, and I don't know kind of what to do about it.
Personally, I'm a little less worried about how he would take it. I'm more worried about just the safety of telling him about it. I I think he would, especially because of his brother, he might already have some inkling that some weird shit's happening in this town.
Well, I mean, like, he was at the party.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. I mean, something's going on, obviously, with Lisa. I mean, my best friend, something happened with her too, and she hasn't spoken to me since then. We don't really know, like, so I don't know how he's going to take it, but he has to know if we're going to be serious with, I can't lie to him about it. I can't hide all of this from him.
No, absolutely.
But I also have to sit there and explain to him that I fight monsters with his baseball coach on the weekends.
Okay, yeah, that part's strange.
Because obviously he's going to find out I'm living here. And at some point, the rest of the town is going to find out that you're basically living here.
Yeah. If they haven't already figured it out, yeah.
Why is it here? Why are we not at, like, your house? Well, it's probably because it's more private here.
It's more private here, and he's got the setup and everything
Yeah.
that. And
He doesn't.
my
What he
neighbor-
doesn't have is a second bedroom, and I'm tired of sleeping on a cot.
he also doesn't have neighbors that.
Yeah, I
watch
know.
out
We
the
were just-
windows.
We have to figure stuff out, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Do you think I should tell him?
I think you should. I think you should try to do it at some point where there's not other things happening. You know, don't wait till he's getting actively menaced by a vampire or something.
No, I know. If I got to talk to him, I've got to talk to him about it pretty soon. Especially, like, do you want to go prom dress shopping? Because we have to figure out a prom dress at some point in the near future. Because I've got to get it sewn and all of that stuff. But, like, if I'm about to go to prom with this boy and we're about to go to college together, like, we're already talking about which dorms we're going to stay in. Like, if I got in, I haven't told him I got in yet. I just found out this morning.
Bia, when you ask about prom dress shopping, her face
She 404
lights
errors.
up. And she's like, I would love to go prom dress shopping with you.
Awesome. Because you might be a little less of a hassle than mom will. But I'm probably not talking to mama for a bit.
That's very fair. Yeah, I would do it. Hell, I'd almost do it same time you tell him about you, Pen.
Well, yeah, it's kind of going to be an all or one thing. But, like,
Yeah.
we have school tomorrow. I'm going to see him in, like, second period.
He usually is there earlier. I let him in to use the batting cages before school sometimes.
You think he'll be there in the morning? Should I come with you to school?
I reckon.
Okay.
And he's reason he's one of two that got a scholarship this year. He's the only one that shows up before school for batting cages.
Yeah, well, that's Jimmy for you.
Mm.
It's a pity we lost everybody from last year.
Could have had such a good team if that Corman kid had stuck around.
And she, like, holds up the state championship ring that's on her neck. I know. All right, I'm going to go take a shower.
Yeah.
And try to sleep. Try to sleep. I might crash on the couch. It's more comfortable than the cots. If you hear me snoring from the living room, no, you didn't. And she goes downstairs.
Perfect. Anything else being done?
I think while while that conversation is going on,
Hmm.
I think by now Letitia has a few things set up over at Percy's house. I think probably there's got to be like a little back area, probably in the laundry room, someplace that's set up for photo development or something like this. Um, so
Agency provided us a workshop that's literally
Yeah,
like 2 houses down from Percy's
yeah.
that's got all of that stuff.
That
oh
would
well, then there you
that would
go.
however require you to like you know exit Mimi's apartment and drive through the night, part of the night, right? If you wish to do that, or you can just deal with that in the morning, which may be less weird and wiser.
Yeah, yeah. At this point, I thought we were on to next day,
No,
so
no,
that's
we're
fine.
like wrapping up that night.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fair. Then yeah, yeah. Then I'll wait until next day for that.
perfect. All right. Well, if there's nothing else to be done that night, I guess we're gonna jump in the following morning. So rise and shine. Some of you wake up earlier than other. Uh, Lakeisha, you do notice that Mimi is already up and awake. As you wake up, there's the smell of breakfast being ready and coffee being poured. Uh, as you probably exit uh, bedroom, you do see that she is scratching on a piece of paper and notes on the dining table uh, with a cup of coffee that is next to her but still untouched. Um, Not sure how long ago she poured that.
Lakeisha just stretches and oh, oh gosh, hun, they got you already at the grindstone, huh? They don't even let you get in one cuppa first.
Oh, no, it's just like I woke up and made breakfast, and while cooking eggs, something came to mind, so I had to take note of it before it disappeared, and then one thing led to another, and oh, I think my coffee's cold now. Uh,
Come on, let me get that to you. And the Lakeisha will swipe her cup before she says anything else, and she'll dump it into like her own mug, and she'll just go ahead and refresh her with some hot steaming cup, sugar and cream just the way she likes it,
mhm.
gives it over to her. And in the meantime, swipes a few pieces of bacon and scoops it right onto like just a paper towel or something. Like she's so casual when it comes to like breakfast food. Sometimes she'll have a little piece of something and something else. Other times she'll like scarf down like a whole stack of pancakes and all the fixins. But I think she's gonna try to go a little light today. She's gonna kind of shift into a mode where she says, yeah, I uh I got a couple leads that I gotta follow up today. I wish I could sit down the full breakfast with you, but I gotta get going myself. But please,
It's all good.
please, for the love of Mike, please promise me you're gonna eat from all the lovely breakfast that you yourself made. Come on.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'll eat before I head for the office. Um, but I'll try to call you tonight or send you a message. To let you know if like what time I come home.
That's fair enough. Anything new that the R&D boys have got you on? Come on, you know how you could share with me.
Nothing really new. It's just like trying to like prototype to. Well, you remember that. Thanksgiving incident that you took part of.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Uh,
God, that feels like
Essentially,
forever
like
ago.
just tools to better detect that. Uh, it's not going well, honestly, uh, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully.
Babe, I know that look. Come on. And she will take a moment and just look her directly in the eye and say, look, you know how it is. You're one of a few females in this whole lab, right? They got you bending over backwards, trying to be the best at every turn, and with criticism to boot. I'm like, they've got to know you're the brightest tool in the box over there, right? So this is not on you. Come on, I know you're working hard.
Try my best. Always.
Well, if any of those R&D boys give you any guff, you remind them who's got the golden arm to punch them once if they give you guff about it.
Lord, like, don't give me a hard time. So, but appreciate it.
You know, if there's anything else that's going on, you can talk to me. You know that, right?
I know. Same goes for you. You know.
Yeah, yeah, you know it. All right. Let me get in the shower. Oh, bacon. Oh, she like takes like another fistful of bacon,
Yeah, because
like
you know
fully scarfs it before she makes it to the bathroom.
there's there's nothing like shower bacon, right?
Shower bacon. But yeah,
And somehow
so
still not the weirdest thing I said for the show.
see,
The fact that
aforesaid
that's the
comment.
actual truth is terrible and terrifying at the
Mhm.
same time.
I
Isn't
almost
it
measured
though?
something in raccoons at fencing the other day.
There we
Correct.
go.
For example. So yeah, I think she'll just get herself together and head out the door
Perfect.
and make a beeline to that workshop.
All right,
Uh,
perfect. So while you are driving, let's you know do no a star transition like like a cheesy like video media TV show. That would be so funny if somebody editing that is doing that right now for some reason.
At
I
the
would
end.
laugh so hard. Um,
The iMovie
who's up
transitions.
and awake early at the bank's house?
Tiffany is up at 4 a.m.
All right,
She
and
didn't sleep at all. She is just like, I'm doing my hair, my nails, my makeup. I'm finding the cutest outfit I have packed. She's got clothes all over the fucking basement right now because she doesn't have anywhere to store her shit.
yeah,
She's living in an infirmary and library.
there you go.
There are clothes fucking everywhere. She is just trying her damnedest to find something cute.
I'm sure you would easily. I mean,
Oh, yeah, all of her clothes are cute, but like we're talking about an 18-year-old that's about to tell her
yeah,
19-year-old boyfriend she's a sorceress and works for a secret agency and fights monsters with the gym teacher.
what gives like the best like sorceress and master slayer vibe, right?
Yeah, she's
Uh,
looking for like a really, really cute like sweater because it's cold. She's
but yeah,
probably got
something
his
generic.
Letterman jacket, a really nice pair of jeans, her good boots. She's done her hair, she's done her makeup, she's cleaned up her nails to make sure they look good. She's packed all of her stuff for cheerleading practice after school. She is just like, I
Yeah.
cannot believe I'm actually going to do this, but damn it, I'm going to be cute when I do because if he turns me away, it's on him, not because my makeup wasn't on point.
Perfect.
She's having a teenage panic attack.
All right.
Yeah,
And
fair enough.
at what time does Bia wake up?
Via's probably up around like 5:30.
Okay.
She is also, you know, up early, especially if she's gonna get Tiff there to be unlocking the cages and everything like that. So she's getting up, probably hears some of the flurrying, and
Mhm.
just is like, I'm dealing with that after tea.
Yeah. One thing you notice overnight, Percy did not come home.
Yeah. She has decided that she's not panicking yet.
Yeah.
I feel like she would have gotten at least an approximate time frame of when to expect him out of
Yeah,
it before he
probably.
darted off, so she's determinedly not panicking.
Yeah.
um, and yep, getting her tea together, having cooking up some breakfast. I think she like takes note of the flurrying and is just like, "All right, we're getting some freaking eggs and bacon happening. Let's get protein."
Mhm. Perfect. So,
Tiffany has 2 bites of food when she comes upstairs, and she's like, if I eat anything else, I'm going to puke. I'll eat lunch at school.
All right.
Look, we both have gym at 10 a.m. Can we just like, I'll talk to him and then maybe we can just skip out and go get lunch before lunch?
Fine, but I don't know anything about it. Hear me?
And it's fine.
All right, good.
perfect. So, I'm assuming because you have to, drive to work and open things early, you set up from, home fairly early.
Yep.
So, you open the door to the house to go outside. The very cold and still dark morning. To you, Bia, as you pass that threshold, it gets colder, much darker. As if for a moment, your entire body is falling to the void. You feel hunger. Roll me a weird.
There it is. I was like, oh shit, vision. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? It's my first mixed success on one of these. That's a 10 minus 1 for a 9.
There you go.
Oh, go figure.
Most of the time, especially ever since a certain aspect of your life, you have this general warmth that you can just surrounds you. But you are genuinely cold, colder than you have ever been before. Into this void, feeling this hunger. And in your mind, you are able to see a very cold stone floor. Old. Like it's like stonework, like put together. Candlelight. A bit of fire. A bit of blood. You, as you feel this hunger, you feel a sharp pain going from your up here all the way down to your belly button. As if you're, and for a moment, your vision see what you can only assume to be a ceiling. Maybe from the same room that you saw the floor. And that pain comes at the same time as you have that vision. And then you feel that hunger being slightly satisfied, but still wanting more. You see eyes of a man. You've seen those eyes before. Similar eyes that led you to the Fairwick Underground a while ago. What else do you see? You see woods and snow and a small cabin. Before your vision comes back to you to see what is here Percy's driveway and the very dark and cold morning. Now, Bia, I will ask this of you. Uh, how much does Bia travel like in the woods and like surrounding nature area of Fairwick?
The woods she used to travel a lot in, like used to hike around it a lot, hasn't in a little bit, probably not much since the summer. um but yeah, she grew up tromping around and being a terror in the woods.
Okay. Let me see here. Roll me a sharp.
Okay. Oh, that's a 6. Boo.
Add you roll slightly better. At least a
I
mixed
know.
success.
Can mark an experience though.
Mark,
Yeah,
you can mark
I
the
did mark my
experience.
experience, but she's just like, ah.
But like, have you seen this cabin before? You're not 100% sure. And you've tried to look like, remember from that flash in your mind any feature, but woods are woods. You may do as you wish with that information.
Nice. Okay. I think because Tip's following like
Yeah, I
out,
think I
right? Like, they're
probably
leaving
like
at the same time.
bump
Yeah,
into her as
you
we're walking
probably
out the
just
door.
saw
Like,
Bia like stop for a moment.
Miss Bia, you all right?
Yeah. Shit.
What's the matter?
Another vision.
Bia,
Oh shit.
it's important to note. Usually, when you have vision and certain like physical sensation within that vision, once you come back, you no longer feel any of those. You still feel a bit of pain. It's not sharp, but like a lingering pain.
That was like I cut out a little bit when you were saying where it was. It's like collarbone, belly button.
Right, like down to your belly button. Yep. As if somebody was like, if you were being opened there.
I think she kind of like is rubbing it a little bit. She's like, yeah, that was weird one. And she like fishes in her purse for a second, pulls out her little notepad and scribbles it down. And like is like describing it as she goes to Tiff. Is like, I just that cabin, I should feels familiar, but it's
Does
these woods.
does it trigger anything for Tiffany? Because Tiffany does run through the woods all the time because that's what the kids in this town do when we're bored is we tromp out through the woods and down by like the reservoir and all that kind of stuff.
So, you would know, like, especially like anybody that does vacation around, especially like water bodies around Fairwick.
I mean, I live on the reservoir, so
There you go. You would know that there's a few, you know, a few people have some private cabins. It's mostly like most of them are like in one general area. That's where
yeah, they're out
you usually
across
stay
they're out
for.
across
Right.
the reservoir from like my neighborhood. They're out
Yeah.
like all the cabins and stuff are across
Yeah.
the way to the south.
Yeah. There's a few like that are a bit further out, and
Yeah.
uh,
I mean, they're far. They're
Yeah.
outside of like the town
Yeah.
proper, but there's a bunch of like resident. I mean, it's a tourist area. There's a bunch of places where there's
Yep.
like little cabins and stuff tucked away.
So you would have a general idea of where to possibly uh, find a few of those.
Okay.
And the one that you saw in your vision, Bia, did not seem to be well maintained, which probably give the image that it is abandoned.
Okay. Scribbling down my notes. Okay. Just, yeah, it
You sure you're okay?
yeah, they just they don't usually keep hurting. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. And she
Okay.
like puts her hand down. She's like, yeah, let's go on. You don't need to worry about me. I I'll be all right.
I mean, to
We'll
be fair, I
figure this
kind of
out.
do because if something happens to you, Dad's gonna murder me.
I'll give you that one. But in any case, it's one of the few environments where it's not weird for me to be walking around holding a baseball bat. So
This is true. So are we headed to the school, or do we need to go investigate something? Like,
no, there's nothing immediate or urgent enough to necessarily need to go check out right away. I don't think on this one.
all right. Well,
Let's
Tiffany will
get
like
you to
just
school.
kind of wrap up in Jimmy's jacket a little warmer, and we'll get all the information. I think probably on the way to school, and just be like, "So same dude."
Led us down to the Fairwick Underground. Yeah,
Ugh, Dad's gonna hate that shit. Okay.
yeah. He tends to hate the products of these visions, but hey, useful.
Yeah, he wants a piece of that dude though.
Yep. You gonna take your own car for this one? If you and Jimmy are gonna go skip at lunch.
Yeah, but he's gonna have his truck. We could take his truck. Do you want me to? Should I drive myself, or do you want to just ride? And because you have baseball practice after school, yeah,
Yeah.
and I've got cheerleading practice, so we can just ride
Alright.
home. And we get done at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just ride with you, and she'll just toss herself in the back seat of Bia's truck and be ready to go.
Yep.
Perfect.
And turns the heat a little warmer than usual, I
Yeah,
think.
you still feel a bit chilly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Lakeisha, I do believe you had plans in that morning, right? To take the picture that you developed, well, you took and tried to develop them in black room.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember what's the fucking name for that room.
Dark room.
Dark room, yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
correct. Yeah,
I knew it was
definitely.
a room.
And it's dark. Yes.
It has two shades, dark and can't see anything.
Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, trying to see what's what, get a better view of all of the data that I was able to collect.
Okay. So you were able to develop those. It will. I don't remember how long it I don't know how long it take to develop pictures.
Yeah, montage for putting the
If done
papers in the
correctly, you can
developing
do it in about
grid.
an hour.
Yeah,
An hour. Yeah, got
yeah.
you.
So how much of this have you done before?
Oh, probably definitely done it before.
There you go.
Because with all the other investigations that she's been on,
Yeah,
heck yeah. Hmm.
yeah. So a bit over an hour. Uh, you do get a few pictures uh, that you can add to your journal folder or wherever you want to put those. Uh, you may do as you see fit with that information,
Hmm.
uh, but if you have a place to put notes on your character sheet, please feel free to put Mimi's doodle in your character's note, or more precisely, pictures of doodles.
Got you. Okay. And am I seeing anything in particular of note? Um,
Um, roll me a sharp.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean there are things that you will see. It's more or less
Got you.
whether or not
Well,
you understand
sure.
within the limit of what would be Lakeisha's understanding as well.
Got you. I got a total weight.
Uh, I mean, it looks scientific, that's for sure. Uh, and there are a few things that you would recognize from that, just based on your own physical disposition. That are things that connect, uh, but it seems, for lack of a better word, very alien to you,
Okay.
right?
All right. Well, fair enough. At least I have something to take back to the group, and more eyes on these things can
Yeah,
always help. So, sure.
yeah, perfect. Anything else that you wish to do this morning as a whole? And that's for everybody
I mean, we're going to the batting cages,
here.
so
Yeah, and not me trying to low key remember what personality I give to fucking Jimmy.
he's a 19-year-old boy.
Yeah, so he's an idiot.
He's your typical 19-year-old boy. He's not that bad, but he's a high school senior getting ready to leave for college whose brother went missing a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
Year and a quarter ago.
yeah,
He's one of the decent 19-year-olds. He's not your typical like trying to get at everybody. He's just a kid.
yeah. Perfect. All right. So, Bia, you're gonna go open that batting cage, where Jimmy's already waiting, batting in and already swinging to warm up. Not surprised to see you because he was expecting you.
Yeah.
A bit surprised to see Tiffany though.
Hey, babe.
You're here early.
Yeah, you got a minute before you start swinging?
Sure, I suppose. What's up? If
And
that
she just
wasn't
kind of
saying
looks at Bia.
1983.
Yeah, Via's gonna she unlocks the cage and she's like, I'll get him set up.
Cool. She kind of like pulls Jimmy over to like where the bleachers and stuff are and just like, we need to talk. Not that kind of talk. It's, you know how things have been really, really weird lately? And you asked about it.
I mean, yeah. So, like, what's
I got into UPenn. I found out yesterday.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh. Damn. He looks around like, is anybody waiting near him? Like,
Nobody cares.
Probably not. I was gonna say Via's
Coach doesn't care.
somewhere else. I think she's very purposely put herself far enough away that if if there's yelling, she'll hear, but she will not like make out any actual words.
That's quite radical. I don't know what kids said in those days.
Rad works. I know it's pretty fantastic. I'm really excited about it, but we talked about this. Like, if we both got in, we were gonna say yes, and this is now a thing, right? Us a
I
thing,
mean,
like
if you
an
want it to
official.
be a thing,
Okay, well, that's gonna depend on you because Percy's my dad.
I mean, the word got around, and yeah.
He moved me out of mama's yesterday. I now live with him.
Okay, so that explains why like there was like just no traffic at that house. Okay.
Right? He's dating Coach Carter now.
I mean, I kind of figured like there was something,
Yeah.
there was a bit of, I mean, she's not a grumpy person, but she was slightly happier.
They make each other really happy. It's cute. Percy's kind of cut back on the drinking too. It's a thing. But some weird shit went down at the party 2 years ago, right? And some weird shit went down that whole weekend because that's the weekend that your brother went missing.
Yeah, I still remember.
Jimmy, we're trying to find him because we kind of have access to the means to find him.
What are you fed?
Sort of, but not really. So
You don't strike me as I've seen like a lot
Jimmy,
of like, FBI film, right?
Jimmy, I don't know any other way to tell you that I can do magic, like actual, real, honest to God, freaky shit magic.
Like
Whatever
Las Vegas?
happened, she lights her hands on fire. Just a little bit. I can do real magic.
Okay, what the actual fuck?
She turns them off. My birthday last year, that big boom that happened at the cemetery, that was me stopping a bunch of kids from making a very big mistake. The same, we
By
think,
blowing
kind of.
shit up?
No, by closing a portal to another realm, trying to pull a demon through.
Okay, give me a second here.
I know it's a lot. I've been trying to tell you for months, and I don't know. I didn't want it to be a thing unless I knew we were going to be a thing, and like, I don't want you to not know.
Like, I'm awake now, right?
Yes, you're awake. She kisses him.
Okay, that feels very real. And I really have to check the expiration date on those cereal when I get back home.
No, seriously. Jimmy. Seriously. Like some really, really weird shit happens around here.
No
Fairwick
shit.
seems to be like ground zero for some really, really weird shit. Something happened with Lisa too, and she hasn't talked to me in a year and a couple of months because of it. We don't know what happened that night. That night that the fire happened, like at the old, like whatever mansion that was. I can't even remember the old name of it now because they've bulldozed it. They're putting a bed and breakfast there now, which I wouldn't do, but whatever. But like something happened while we were all fucking around that night, and all of a sudden I can do stuff that no human being should be able to do.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really bad. It's terrifying, but kind of cool.
Yes, it is terrifying and kind of cool. I'm kind of afraid of it a lot of days too.
Are you going to set me on fire if I made you angry? That's what I want to know.
No.
Okay, cool.
But I can heal you if you get hurt.
What other cool thing can you do?
Oh, I can do a lot of stuff. She picks up his baseball bat like with her telekinesis and like floats it around a little bit, like low enough that it's like not so people behind the bleachers can see like kids coming into the parking lot, but he can see it
Okay.
like lift and move around. I can do that.
That is scary, but kind of cool.
She looks, is there like a big snow pile or something because we're like outside or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, it would
She
probably.
looks for like a snow pile. She's like, watch this. And she throws like a little mini fireball at it and just melts a hole right through it.
Okay. So, you're federal witch?
Something like that.
Like, do you need to, like, shake your nose to do magic and shit?
No, sometimes I got to cuss out loud when it's something really difficult, though.
Okay. Cool.
I love that you're making Bewitched references.
Hey!
It's-
I watched that shit as a kid.
No, seriously though, like it's kind of a big deal, and I've been worried about telling you because like it's not. I am involved in some pretty heavy duty shit that is not always safe.
Okay.
Jimmy, I got shot like a month and a half ago.
What the fuck?
Where do you think your hoodie ended up? I
Shot
told
my
you I had to
hoodie?
get rid of it because I got a hole in it. That's how it got a hole in it.
Okay.
Like right before
What
Christmas.
kind of shit do you do on the weekend?
Well,
Like,
we fight. Well, we hunt down and sometimes save and sometimes have to fight monsters. Like very real.
and when you say we, like,
I'm part of a small team that is hired by the government to help research this stuff, and on occasion we end up having to fight it, and
So-
you know at least 3 people involved.
are you telling me that the dude at the record store was telling the truth?
Yes,
there's something out
absolutely.
there?
Gary tells everybody the truth, and everyone lets people believe he's not all together with it.
Okay, I owe Gary an apology.
Don't bother because he gets it all the time. He understands. But like you need to understand that like Percy is involved in this. Coach is involved in this. My friend Cade, who you met, involved in this. And then we have a handler who the handler is the one who put the trackers on my car, not Casey.
I figured Casey was too dumb for that shit.
He really isn't that smart, but I just let everybody believe otherwise because it's safer that way.
He's failing math. Of course he's not smart enough for that.
Okay, fair. I mean, and his mom's probably getting fired. You know that, right? Because of what
Yeah.
happened with Percy. Like, she's in a lot of trouble for that because she knew and deliberately set me up to embarrass me in front of the whole school because she was pissed about me and Casey.
All right. Cool. That will totally not be on my mind when I go practice to swing a baseball bat.
Yeah. But like this is pretty serious. Like if we're gonna be going to this school, like if we're going to UPenn together, I'm already planning on getting a single dorm because I have to be able to sneak out.
I mean, okay. Okay.
Like
But like when you say dangerous shit, like I mean
Jimmy, I got shot 2 months ago.
No, I know. But like
The scars that Miss Bia has, we killed the things that did it last fall.
well, fuck.
We ran into like actual werewolves like a month and a half ago.
Is Bia a werewolf?
No.
Ah, that'd be kind of cool.
No, but she's got some pretty sick fucking powers.
Alright, I'm gonna have to talk to Miss Bia about like her cool shit she can do. Because I kind of want to see that. So it's a big secret. Like, who knows
It
beside
is
me?
No one.
Okay.
My mom quasi knows, and the people we work for have a way of wiping people's memories. If you start telling people, we're all in deep shit. But you have a right to know who you're dating, especially if this is going to be something that's going to end up more serious.
Yeah, no, especially if I might get shot for it.
I'm doubtful that you're going to get shot for it. I'm not going to drag you out on missions. Okay, I'm not going to deliberately drag you out on missions because what happened on fucking Halloween was not supposed to happen on Halloween.
And it'll,
That pouch I gave you wasn't just a love spell, it was actually a protection charm.
figure it tasted funny.
You're not supposed to eat it.
I thought it was supposed to be tea.
No, sweetheart, it's a poppet. You carry it around in your pocket.
All right.
I mean, you can. There was nothing toxic in there, but damn, dude.
I mean,
The fact that there were
smelled
rocks
good.
in there was. Yes, it smelled good. I smell good. That's kind of the point. Look, I wish I could have told you earlier. I feel really bad that I didn't. I'm really glad you're not being completely freaked out by this because
I
that
mean,
would have ruined my
I
entire
kind of
day.
freak out a little bit, but I'm gonna process shit and
Miss Bia said we could leave it, Jim, if you want to go out.
cool. That's
You
very
want to
cool.
go get lunch or something? We can just
Uh,
skip out on Jim, go get lunch, and come back after lunch because he and I have gym together, and then we have lunch right after
All right,
that.
cool. We could probably do that. Like, I'll be able to tell me all the weird other shit that you do. All right. I'm just gonna let that sit in. No.
Are you mad at me?
No. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm just very confused. And also
Yeah, well, so am I most days.
terrified. He's gonna look at you. Can you do magic again?
She like makes her hands sparkle a little bit.
Yeah, your nose really doesn't shake. The television is a lie.
Yeah, TV is TV. But I can do stuff that's way cooler than what she can do.
Cool. All right. Well, and when you say you're looking for like bird, like, do you think it's still alive out there?
I think so.
Because if he is, I will want to help with that shit, right?
Yes, and if there's something that comes up that we can figure out, I will absolutely tell you. We're trying. Percy,
Like,
for everything that everybody in this town thinks about Percy, Percy has been trying to find your brother since he went missing. He knows about all this stuff that people have like thrown him under the bus for and treated him like shit for. It's all real.
that's a lot
He's just
stronger.
quietly been trying to take care of everybody in the town as best he can.
All right.
We're gonna do what we can to find Timothy.
Well, I'm pretty smart.
Yes, you're very smart. You wouldn't be going to
So-
UPenn if you weren't.
That's right. Well, it's also because I'm very good at sport.
Yeah, but Ivy League doesn't base just on sports,
Yeah.
sweetheart. You're also very smart.
So, like, I don't know if you have like a fancy file somewhere or like a wall with like strings and like you see like
Yes, we do.
the TV doesn't always lie.
Doesn't always lie.
Can I take a look at it at some point?
I'll have to ask Percy.
Okay.
I can't make any promises, but I'll ask Percy. But I know a lot of what's on there.
Maybe I can figure out where he is, and hopefully he's out there and fine.
We're hoping. We don't know. We're doing our best. There's a bunch of people missing. Some of them have ended up in not very good places, and some of them are just missing.
Yeah, I've seen a newspaper list. A lot of like
But you're really not mad at me?
no.
We're really not breaking up?
I mean, are you dumping me?
No, absolutely not. I was worried it was going to be the other way around.
Okay, cool. All right. Cool, I'm dating a witch. That's pretty awesome.
Pretty much.
I will not tell anybody about it because, well, nobody will believe me. And
And if
also,
somebody
I
does, it's
might
dangerous
get
for
mind
me.
wiped by like people in
Yeah, they're
suits.
kind of weird.
Well, I'm
She
gonna
leans over and kisses him and puts just a little extra spark in it just because she can.
go practice
Go practice. I'll watch.
and probably have a lot of questions.
You can have you ask all the questions you want. We have both gym and lunch that we're allowed to skip out of school. Miss Bia said did she didn't see it, but we're gonna sneak out the back of the gym.
This BI is pretty cool.
Yeah, she's pretty rad. Oh, look, you see what she got me for Christmas, and she'll show him like the little fire opal necklace. It matches the earrings you got me. So moonstones and fire opals definitely tracks.
I know you well. All right.
You do. Happens when you know each other for like 18 years, yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely not the gift of foresight.
I don't have that much, but Miss Bia does. And she'll just smooch him on the cheek again and again, add just the littlest spark, and be like, go hit things. I'm going to watch.
And he goes to practice, and his game is a bit off.
As soon as she starts seeing that it's a bit off, just to boost his confidence a little bit, she'll use her telekinesis to start slowing balls down. Like, just enough.
Like, part of me kind of want to make you roll weird to see, like, if it
I'll
can
roll
go...
weird for it.
Yeah, just,
I'll roll
just in
for it.
case it goes horribly wrong.
I'll absolutely roll use magic
my
for it.
God.
For my telekinesis, absolutely. Let me find my dice roller. That is a solid 10, a 5, a
Okay.
3 plus 2.
There you go.
Right.
So it works well.
She will look at Mia and smile and just be like,
All right. Perfect.
and she could probably tell from like across the way that Tiffany looks very happy.
I think she figured that he didn't run out of there screaming or anything like that.
And neither did she.
Yeah, there was no screaming involved from her like setting everything up inside. So she's like, yeah, probably was fine.
Perfect. So,
And I'll sit with him until we have to run off to classes and just watch.
and eventually, like, that happens and so on. All right, we're gonna move forward into the day, roughly around noon. I'm assuming you're gonna go eventually for lunch and skip lunch and shit like that.
Yeah, we're in lunch from, well, if we're skipping out, we're gone from 10 a.m. till like
Alright.
noon-ish.
Perfect. What are some activities that any of you wish to attend to before at lunch, or if there's none, by end of day before whatever you wish to do after?
Nothing in particular. I think Bia just casually marks them both as present for gym.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yep, saw him at the beginning. Close enough.
Yeah, we probably run off, like hop in his truck, run and get lunch. Like actual lunch somewhere, like go to Poppy's or something, because that's where all the kids will skip out to, because Poppy ain't telling nobody.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we run over for, especially because it's before the lunch rush. It's like 10:30 in the morning, so they'll get like breakfast sandwiches or something and sit there and have lunch and chit chat and start talking about being excited to go to school and going to UPenn together and finally being able to get past that. And we'll start talking prom plans and that kind of stuff. And that's just
Cool.
we'll just be
Awesome.
two normal teenagers skipping school and having lunch before we run back for our noon classes.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
will, you will
it.
probably ask like the billion like magic weird question.
Mm-hmm. And she will do her best to answer everything that she can.
Perfect. All right, Lakeisha, are you doing anything with the information or dossier that you have in hand?
Yeah, I think Lakeisha is definitely tapping into whatever network of coworkers that she may have that know that are kind of informing for her a little bit as far as like any new developments about her dad's death that's out of the ordinary. She's got her own little network within the network, I think.
Yeah.
And she's, making the rounds with them, checking in with R&D because, of course, she's got to have her periodic, like weekly checkups for her, how the arm is doing.
Maintenance and
Doing
shit.
her best to create that surface, like, yep, just going through the motions, keeping my head down to what I'm supposed to, while at the same time trying to dive deeper because she's getting increasingly like fed up that she's getting the runaround. So
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. If you, there's very like it's very much like a handful of people that you feel comfortable enough to talk to about this. Although you might be, I don't know if you would feel a bit more uneasy, especially like right now. You may have the feeling that somebody that you know did let in close, like may not be telling you the whole thing. So you're not sure exactly. You might not be exactly sure like who else might be. No,
I
in
I
on
think
specific
that's
games.
actually yeah, I think that's actually exactly why she
Mm-hmm.
checks in with that network because she wants to, kind of check in and kind of gauge for herself, like, is anyone acting weirder than normal or have a shift in tone or, that way she can, see what's going on face to face, even if it's in passing very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you eventually by like about lunch, quickly like speak with Agent Davis, who's about your age. Uh, he's been around pretty much the same amount of time as you have. Uh, he's one of the oddball, so you get along with him. Um, I mean, from what he tell you, like he hasn't heard anything new about it, but telling you like he's been keeping an eye on like Anderson since she moved around here, right? Um, and he's spelling all weird like all sort of weird theories about what's going on in biolabs, whether of it like if it's true or not. Like no, like dude like knows that there's actual aliens out there, right? It's a fact. Um, but he's telling you that pressure like they're like trying to like make like superhuman people.
Okay. All right. And just to
Yeah, like
clarify, as
like
far
Captain
oh yeah,
America, like the comic books. Like I'm sure they're trying to make that. Which I mean, if they're trying to make that, I'm not saying that I would be a good candidate for it, but
oh
I would not
yeah,
say
I
no,
mean,
right?
Davis, who you telling? I mean, I
I
I
mean,
I can't see them using
if this
anybody
is not
else.
the
Are
face
you
of
kidding
America,
me?
right?
Yeah, yeah, of
Look at
course.
that jawline. He does not have the jawline for it.
And I think yeah, and I think now just to clarify to go along with the information
Mm-hmm.
that I developed from the stuff I was looking at Mimi's house.
Yeah.
So is any of that information syncing up with what he's saying? Is it contradictory in any way?
I mean, there's like some like possible connection. Like it does seem to be from bits of notes and what you've seen the day like before. Like it seems to be like connection of technology with a humanoid body, right? Uh, so that might be a thing that they're actually working on. Like, however, like Davis is also like the one person with the weirdest theory. Sometimes they're somewhat correct. Sometimes, actually, most of the time, they're like way the fuck off. Uh, uh, like if you got like that Mulder and Scully like from X-File, there's like that one person that like does not believe in aliens, and there's the one that will believe like the weirdest possible shit that is way up the charts.
Right.
He's that guy, right? Um,
Davis, let me ask you something. And Where they'll meet up probably would be like clandestine, like either break room area, or you know what, probably not even inside the building, probably in
Yeah.
a little a bench that's in one of
Yeah.
the outside areas
Get
just
a coffee
outside the
there,
building.
get a
Yeah,
piece of
you
paper,
know, just seemingly like real, not even looking directly at each other, but just having it's a spy v spy conversation, classic, like
like on each
not
side of
making
the
eye
bench, back to
contact.
back.
Yeah, exactly, and I'd probably try to slip him the photos that I developed and say, yeah, Davis, take a look here, and does any of this ring a bell with you, make sense to you? Because I can tell, of course, it's
I
top
mean,
level here, but
I know the handwriting, if that's what you're asking.
oh,
I mean, you should, come on, it's Mimi's handwriting. I'm not like stupid here.
all right. I can't accuse you of slipping,
Come
can
on.
but seriously,
Uh, like, where'd you
it's
get
just
that? Like, are you spying on her? Like, is that like why like two of you have been like hanging out together and shit?
more like looking out for her,
All
if you
right.
catch my drift. It's the same if if I heard of something, coming down the pipeline that would affect you. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, how long have you and I been exchanging information? Yeah,
I mean, since not
we
this
go way
day
back.
one, but yeah, we go way back.
We go way
Yeah,
back.
I
So
mean,
I got your
do
back,
you have like copies
and
of? Do you have copies of these? I can like keep like these for myself and like look into them and.
yeah, of course, those copies you can go ahead and I think sincerely, above table, like Lakeisha would definitely have made like copies.
Yeah.
Like she wouldn't have just had just a
All right.
single copy of those. So
Gonna
she would say, yeah, you can hang on to those.
gonna look at that. See if I can decipher things. But between you and I, like speaking of like weird shit, like where there's like the archive and all, right? Like people like will sometimes go in the archive, like dig up like information from old files and all that. Like that,
Yeah,
match. Boss lady has been snooping around there, like from what I hear. Not sure why.
really?
Yeah,
Huh.
but yeah.
Interesting.
Figure yeah, since you and I are good rapport, and you and her are on some, I don't know. Last time I went to the office, following you, like there was a messed up chair, so I guess like you're like in like best buddies term, right? Um, so I
Yeah,
figure I
it's
would let you know, since you've been asking about things that happened before that time, so.
yeah. I do my best to make sure that I show the proper respect, but I tell you, just I've been getting a runaround that shows me no respect, and just like you, I'm not
I
stupid.
mean,
There's something going on, and
not saying that she's bad, boss. Like for all intended purposes, like it just has been running pretty smoothly since, right? But there's definitely some weird shit happening, right? So
yeah, I mean, she's she's got to know that if I'm still
yeah,
on this for so long, that it's really important to me.
I mean,
There's not a lot of things that I come to this place and that are important, and I ask a favor. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
I,
are like two like wise, I would say wise guys, but like you're not a guy, but you know what I mean. Like we know
I
that there's
know what
more.
you
There,
mean.
we know there's more than meet the eyes, right? Always, and especially like in a place where we work, right? Like let's face it, like you're not telling everybody the truth there. Like you're I see you. Like you're lying here and there.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
Just at this point, I gotta know, man. And well, yeah, just let me know what you find.
yeah, yeah.
And
I'll keep an
as
eye out. Keep
always,
an eye out. No, check with my people. You check with your people, and
oh, and speaking of Captain America, and when they have these conversations, she always makes sure to bring him something special to sweeten the pot a little bit. So she'll probably slip him like she probably ordered away weeks ago for a copy of the latest Captain America or Marvel comic book,
yeah,
and so nice, crisp, fresh edition of the latest Captain America uh,
yeah.
comic
That
for
would be
him.
that would be probably worth a lot of money in a few years.
Yeah, I don't see why you guys. Listen, I don't know why you hang on to it. Just read it. You know, they're
I
enjoyable.
I read it.
I've
Just
read one or two. You know, so I get it. But all right, but uh, for yourself, there you go.
it's gonna be worth something someday. I'm gonna be able to retire on that.
So, and yeah, so that's the basic conversation that she has
Perfect.
with David.
All right. So lunch has passed. A few information gathering things have happened, which is great. Days goes by without any noticeable incident. Uh, Eventually, the bell rings for the end of the school practice, and on. I don't know what are the plans, but
Tiffany has cheerleading practice right
there
after
you
school.
go.
Yeah, there's practice on both sides. So
Tiffany
probably
is making eyes at Jimmy the entire time.
Perfect. Uh,
yeah. So they probably actually finish up with practice around the time that Lakeisha's done with work.
Tiffany gets in the truck, has a giant fucking hickey on her neck. She's got her hair pulled down around.
there you
Was
go.
a good lunch, huh?
It's a great lunch. Went to Poppy's and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We did. You can ask Miss Poppy. We went over there for lunch, and then I came back and we hung out in the truck for a little bit. What?
All right.
Let me be happy for one day.
I'm not saying nothing.
Don't tell Dad.
No, but you need to borrow some powder.
Yeah, I got some at the house.
Okay.
He like pulls the collar of the jacket up just a little bit higher.
I got some. You got a scarf or something?
I've
at the
got
house?
plenty. It's
All
fine.
All right. So, with practice and all that being done, anything in particular that you wish to attend before? I'm assuming that ultimately, as a group, you will casually reunite.
Probably, and if because the vision is still very much weighing on Bia's mind, and so when she gets back, if Lakeisha isn't like, you know, waiting for them there or something like that, first thing is gonna be to call and just
Yeah,
be like,
Tiffany's just gonna pop down to the lore library and start working on homework while they handle that.
yep, just kind of go, yeah, Percy's off on a mission, won't be back for period of time, and saw weird shit.
Yeah, well, uh, yeah, I've been doing a little bit of digging, and I don't know how I feel about it, but um, well, you already know my situation. I've been trying to track down what happened to my dad years ago. Right? So I don't know. I've been getting kind of a runaround from the higher ups. I know I'm not the priority, but you know, I've earned myself a little bit of leeway here, and Well, uh, one of my little birdies just told me that my boss lady's been kind of digging around in some information in the archives that she normally doesn't. So I'm gonna follow up with him. But in the meantime, and Lakeisha takes out the her own copy of the photo section snapped, and she says, "My boss lady apparently is not the only one that's been keeping stuff from me. I
Is she
got
like at
these."
Percy's now, or is this still like over phone?
No. This would have been like she came back and
Okay, okay.
yeah, is so yeah, and she lays out the photos that she took at Mimi's place, and she goes and says, "No, Mimi's never given me any reason to doubt what she's saying. I mean, any more than any of us in that building have been kind of, you know, telling lies by omission a little bit. It shouldn't drive me this crazy, but it's just one more person now that I think I gotta deal with possibly keeping stuff from me. And on this, since this is real important to me, uh, I don't know how to feel about that, but these are some of the findings that she's been dealing with. They've got her on some new project, uh, kind of human mutations going on. Um,
Oh.
yeah, like Captain America, maybe. I don't know. That's one of my contacts made that reference, but I from what I can tell, it's a lot less campy, you know, than the comic books would have us looking at.
Yeah,
So
I've never been one much for comics, but I human mutation, like messing around with people.
I mean, you would think they got enough, you know, messing around with bionic stuff, but uh, now they're taking things to another place now. I'm gonna keep an eye on it as best I can, but in the meantime, see what my contacts say. Otherwise, how are you holding up?
You don't think that the agency could have anything to do with this the Stitcher bastard?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I'm gonna be honest with you. But the important thing is knowing that, keeping an eye on it, and getting as much information as possible about it. You know, as much resources as these guys are giving us, yeah, there's plenty more I'm sure that they're keeping from us. I need to know, as it were.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Tiffany comes wandering in the kitchen. Hey, Keish. She's like opening the fridge looking for a casserole. What's up?
hey, kiddo. Uh,
You got some big news to share, Tiff.
Hey, Keish,
oh,
guess what?
oh, what's going on? You got a sly look on your face. What's up?
I got into UPenn.
What? Get out of here! That's amazing.
Yeah, I got.
Congrats.
I found out yesterday morning. I've got Everything's paid for. I got a scholarship through cheerleading and grades and everything else, provided that I continue to keep my grades up for the rest of the year. We found out that Jimmy got in a couple weeks ago with his scholarship for baseball, so he and I get to go to college together. At this point, the rest of them don't really matter. Obviously, I'm hoping that I get into the rest of them because bragging rights, but
Holy shit,
I
that's
got
big.
yeah, I got into first pick, so
Very nice.
and she
That's
kind of looks at Bia. She's covered it a little bit. How bad is it?
You got some like peachy stuff you can throw in there?
Yeah, maybe. I
That'll
mean, it's
help.
not super dark, but
No.
peachy
yeah.
stuff. Oh.
Leave it alone, Quiche.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Look, I
Not
haven't
for
had
me
5
to
minutes
say.
with him for ages. We went to lunch.
We are not apparently discussing teenage exploits in this.
Look, I went to lunch and I made out with my boyfriend. I'm not sorry.
All right. I mean, that's fantastic. Didn't you say something about you both were trying to go to the same school and whatnot?
Yeah, he got it. He got his scholarship offer a couple of weeks ago. He's already committed. He signs paperwork on commitment day, but he's already basically said that he's committed to UPenn, and he and I are both going to get to go to college together. So
Oh,
that means
hot
y'all are going to
damn.
be seeing a lot more of him. Sorry.
Well, hot damn. Well, oh, but wait. I mean, you know, if he's gonna be coming around though, like how?
Keisha, do you want me to be able to trust you again?
Yeah.
I told him, don't tell nobody.
Well, shit. All right. And how did he take this though?
Better than I expected him to.
All right. Well, hell.
He's
I mean,
fine with it. He thinks it's rad. Like, he thinks it's something fun. He doesn't get it. He knows movies and knows that I can set my hands on fire. He doesn't understand just how dangerous it is. And I told him we're not going to get him involved in shit. Though he wants a piece of something if we find out that Timothy isn't involved with any of this.
well, I'll tell you this. I mean, somewhere in the back of my mind, Percy's voice is echoing something to the tune of, well, if you're bringing him into the circle, you gotta kind of, he's your responsibility. He's all of our responsibility,
I'm not
honestly. But
bringing him around unless I absolutely have to, and I don't plan on, like, he needed to know before anything got super serious between us. I know everybody wants to pick fun about us fucking around and being silly and whatever, but like we didn't do anything serious. This is not. We didn't want to do anything serious or be any kind of serious till we knew we were going to the same school. Because what's the point of dating for 5 months and then breaking up?
good girl. All right.
I mean, it's
Well,
not just me. He's in on this too. It was more his idea than mine, honestly.
He's
Oh.
he's a good kid.
He's a good kid. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He always has. He was a
Good
better
for
pick
him.
than Casey always was, but our
Mm.
parents. Casey's mom and my mom were best friends growing up. It was kind of preordained.
Mm.
Jimmy's a better fit.
Much.
Sure. Sounds like the kid's got a good head on his shoulders. That's good. Very good. Good for him.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that when I do leave for school, he's going to be able to help cover for me with stuff.
Hmm.
I don't know what he's studying though. I have to ask him what he's decided on, but
Yeah, I was more he was more focused on telling me about the coach there, so
we'll figure it out. I mean, a lot of kids don't have to pick right away, but I'm kind of dead set on what I'm going to be studying. So I think that's kind of part of the scholarship thing, is because it's going to be anthropology and it's going to be focused on folklore. They don't have a lot of people that study that. I think that they're really trying to bump up that department because of the museum on campus. So it's going to give me access to some pretty cool shit.
And matter of fact, as Tiff is saying that, Keisha still has the photos that she took spread on the table, and she's free.
What's all this?
Well, it's some information that I picked up while I was visiting with Mimi, actually, which
Did you
I
take
don't
work home with
know.
her?
Well, yeah, which that's see, she's been taking work home with her more often these days, but saying less about it. And yeah,
Is it
talk
some sort of secret project nobody's allowed to know about?
apparently. Uh, but at the same time, I think my own boss lady might be diving into some archive information back at HQ. So my sources tell me. And that's irregular for her to. So I don't know. I mean,
Do you still have the photos from what happened in the cave with the bear?
oh shit. Yeah, I think I have them around here somewhere. Like, and she probably digs into like either a messenger bag
We never
or
really looked at those,
rucksack.
so
Yep. So she's had that plus like the scrap from a couple of
yeah.
like
Tiffany
devices.
looking at these pictures, is she putting two and two together that this might all have something to do with one another?
Roll me a sharp.
Sure. Where's my phone? I'm rolling
Is there
digital dice
any
'cause-
way that Lakeisha could give her assistance, help a hand, give a helping hand?
I'll allow it.
I don't. What do I need to roll?
Sharp.
Okay, with help, what do I get for help?
Essentially,
+1.
Yeah, yeah.
A plus
Uh,
1. I got a 10 again. I rolled a 9. Plus 1 is
Hey,
10.
No. So
Because
looking at those,
I rolled a 7, or no, wait, I rolled an 8 plus 1 is 9 plus the one from Lakeisha is 10.
perfect. So looking at those like a set of image pictures, uh, obviously one is picture of sketches. The other one is a
Hmm.
bit more violent scene. Uh, Trying to find any connection between the two of them, there's no connection really there to be found. Uh, so
Yeah, I'm
there,
doing the full Percy, looking
yeah,
at everything. I'm looking at
there
the
does not
tattoos on the
appear
guy. I'm looking at
to be
all
any
of the.
coloration. Uh, However, you do see tattoos and marking on the
Okay.
body, right? This person, uh, which is, well, when I said mark, it's not really tattoo. It's more like marking left on this person from scarification.
Oh, like branding kind of thing,
Yeah,
or like actual scarification.
actual scarification,
Oh, cool.
which is slightly more messed up. Which clue into your brain. You've seen that before. You go into where you had notes from previous adventure mysteries
Mm-hmm.
when
Like our own personal case files.
your own personal case files. Uh, more specifically, the journals or bits of journal that you have yet to have translated.
Oh,
were
we see some of the
symbology on it.
symbols.
Yes.
Tiffany immediately like breaks into the room.
Mhm.
She like just shoves through. I don't know if he left it locked or unlocked, but she's in the office and she is like starting to pin stuff on the board and she's running red thread in the whole. She's starting to
So-
do exactly what Percy would do.
So what you
Also,
can
we're
do,
down one Bia.
yeah, I see B on my side.
Yeah, I see her on the one side. Okay, now she's back on the
Yeah,
overlay.
had a glip.
So if you wish to add a thread in your like study board, there's a connection between the were creature and those notes.
Okay.
There's no connection between those things that you can see and the picture that Lakeisha took from Mimi's note, or at least
So that's
not
two.
visible.
Okay, so that's two separate things,
Mhm.
Yep.
um, but we recognize some symbols and stuff from the scars versus symbols of stuff in the notes.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And you are only able to like see it because you got very lucky that a couple well placed picture were taken. You would have almost missed it. Uh,
Got you. Yeah, there's a talk of possible human mutations that they're working on, which ugh, just makes my skin crawl thinking about it. But
I I don't like it. I don't like any of this. And the fact that it's two groups working similar issues,
yeah,
I
like the timing of it is just like
it's
a
too
needle in my
close.
brain right now.
It's too close.
All right.
Weird. I weird question, Nakisha. Um, anywhere in the agency got like old stonework floors?
to
Keeper.
your knowledge, there's no stonework for like it is very much. What's the word I'm looking for?
Just like
Tile.
factory standard
Like,
Like
tile
linoleum.
floors,
yeah. No,
linoleum. Yeah,
yeah, linear. Like depending of which section, some of them have like some carpet on it. Um, because it's the '80s, everything was covered with fucking carpet.
So true.
right. For
Um,
real. um, not not to my knowledge. I mean, linoleum and carpet. That's all I've ever seen around.
All right.
Why? What's up?
Um, it was part of the vision. Um, stonework floor, um, candlelight, fire and blood, and hunger.
She saw Herman again.
Shit. What? I mean, did he did he say anything to you? Did he talk to you?
Just the eyes, and then the cabin in the woods. And felt, and she like traces the pain line is like felt like getting cut there, and then the hunger was less, and then I saw ceiling. So that feels a little more Herman's MO than anything you've necessarily described their agency, but hell if I know. And she's also going to describe the cabin as well, and just
okay.
anything else that she was.
I mean, there's a bunch of
experiencing.
cabins like that out where, Lakeisha's old place was. Like, there's tons of
Yeah.
stuff out there.
Yeah, did not
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, you would know, Lakeisha, that there's some like old abandoned cabin
Yeah,
in that general area.
I mean, there's plenty of old abandoned cabins out where I used to stay, but
it
I don't know.
fool's
I
errand,
mean,
fool's errand to go and chase every one of them down.
hell no. Especially with this vision reaching out to you like this. Hell no. But
Um, Hold on. And Tiffany will run down to the basement and grab like a notebook and some pencils and bring it back up. Can you sketch the house like from memory? Can you draw like even just kind of what it looks like from the front?
I can do my best. Art was not one of the subjects saving my GPA in high school, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, we really just need to know the shape of the house because I think what we could probably do is, I mean, it's public record, right? I have to go down to the courthouse for a thing anyway. I can drop off what I have to drop off down there, and then I can see if there's any record of what properties are abandoned out where all the cabins are, like the old tourist cabins.
All right. She's gonna do her best. Can I roll for roll for rendition of
Roll for rendition, yes.
It'd probably be plus sharp.
It would be very much a sharp roll.
Okay.
That's the thing that would make the most sense.
No way. Why is this the 13?
Woo!
I mean, it's pretty decent.
Roll double 6 plus 1.
All right,
Why is
Picasso,
this-
damn. Let's go.
It is
That's
a pretty good rendition.
Damn.
You know, it's definitely not going to be in a museum, but hey.
It's probably very much like technical draft type
Yeah.
drawing.
Yeah, it's very much like that, which does not give you much information, but
No, but if I can go track down like a list of which houses
Yeah.
are allegedly abandoned, that gives us at least a starting point to drive past a few of them. I
perfect.
can't go
For
until
sure.
tomorrow, but
for sure. I love that idea. All right. All right, sounds good. Yeah, as far as these visions, I mean, it just it's scary to me more than I'd like to admit that something is, reaching out like that. So just keep
Yeah.
us posted,
I don't know if he was reaching out or maybe it was just one of your visions that's just giving us a
I
warning.
don't. It's not him. It's another thing like Gabriel and Michael again.
Wait, what?
The two like angel fuckers.
Excuse me, what?
Oh my god, I did not even. Yeah.
Yeah, whoa.
They're
they-
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that those two assholes from yesterday are
Michael and
archangels?
Yes. And the statue that I saw with blood on it was.
Oh
the
my god.
statue
Oh
of
my god. Oh my god. Oh my
Gabriel.
god. That explains a lot. Oh my god. Fuck.
You good?
You alright, Tip? What?
I almost fought them. I tried to summon Andromalius in front of them.
That would have been very not good.
I
That-
called him for help.
Oh
that's
dear.
probably why
Wow.
he didn't show. Yeah.
That would explain why he's hiding Cade.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Mm.
really hoping that we can manage some way to.
And Tiffany just kind of looks at her
Down.
hand, which has miraculously healed overnight. He failed to mention that.
Oh boy.
That's.
Oh yeah, Keisha, you weren't here. I kind of talked to Andromalius last night.
What did
Yeah.
he? I mean, what did he have to say? I mean,
He's
did he at
keeping
least?
Kate safe.
He's hiding Cade. Cade knew something was up and ran, and he's hiding her.
So.
All right.
He says they're safe.
Okay. I'm hoping that I can.
I'm kind of hoping that the fact that I reach out to him isn't going to bite us in the ass because I didn't know that that was what we were up against.
I
Did you
mean,
tell Dad?
Shit.
Oh, fuck.
I
When is
just-
he
I
going to be
didn't
home?
think
Where
about
is
it.
he?
He didn't tell me where he was going, but he should be back.
Well, who picked him up?
He drove, I think.
How? My car's here, your
this
car's
is me,
here. His
like-
car doesn't.
This is me like above table. Like he probably would have driven himself. And
Well, then I just didn't have my
point.
car because he probably would have taken my car because he doesn't have
Or,
his
like-
car doesn't work.
Somebody, because your car wasn't used, let's just say that.
I'll just say that's why Bia took me to school is he took
There
my
you
car.
go.
That's it. There we go.
Gotcha.
Look at us go. Redconning.
It makes
Retcon.
sense.
Yep.
This was not an error in continuity.
Nope, not at all. Um,
Look, sometimes people got to take a night off for things, and things get weird.
Correct.
so true. Um, he did not tell me exactly where he was going, but he said that he will be back in a couple of days. And
Couple of days.
I'm
Hmm.
thinking based on the direction he was headed out, I think he might be headed to Philly. But
He's not going after Daddy, is he?
no, he
Because
ain't
Daddy's in
that dumb.
Philly.
He ain't that dumb.
Okay. I hope not. Fuck.
No,
I
he
mean,
got
it'd
a
be
call.
interesting, but
And that's
He-
for
he
Jay to
got a
decide
call.
how dumb he is.
It's very true. Um, but he'll be back in a couple of days. Shit. I did not even think of it. Them being
And they
here,
know
it
my car.
feels- God. Well,
They know my car now,
yeah, and they know mine.
and they know Cade's.
listen, but he's listen,
I
he's
think he knows
he's
it.
tough enough. He already
Yeah,
knows how
no,
to
it's just
handle him.
He
So
knows
he
not to
should be
mess
fine.
with them at least.
Correct.
I don't think he's in any danger while he's
I
gone.
think I might be though.
I I would like to think that you did not directly work with him. That seemed to be more what they were concerned about, the two of them. Um, I'm hoping I can.
No, but they know I'm a sorceress. I kind of lit up in front of them.
Ah, shit.
That's
Oh, they know. Ah, okay. Well,
I don't know if they.
oh,
There's only 2 of them though.
hmm. Well, if we're talking biblical terms,
There's one missing.
Oh. Oh hell.
If it was just Michael and Gabriel, it's only 2 out of the 3. Because they were at a
Oh.
Catholic church, right? The third's
Yeah.
Raphael.
oh,
Oh, we might be real fucked then, huh?
Okay.
I wonder where he was watching from.
not
That's
sure, but
I
if we're talking biblical terms, only takes one as far as power level is concerned.
I'm really hoping that if I can just manage to talk to them and somehow get it round their heads that Kate is acting for good and helping. 'Cause I don't know if they know about me. And
Well, I mean, we're not going to tell them about you. That would not be
no,
smart.
what I mean is they feel like my visions.
They feel like your visions.
Like when and she pulls the bat out from her coat and she goes, I pick up this bat and I feel that weight of the world pressing down on me again. They feel like that.
Yeah, I mean, they feel larger than life, but like, you're not saying you're the third, are you?
Oh Christ, I hope not. I really
Uh,
no. Oh God.
okay,
I had
I,
whoa. And she
I,
has a
yeah.
fucking you can see her having the crisis.
Yeah, I did not drink enough
Bia.
coffee for this. And just
Yes.
Keisha just
Don't be weird.
goes to get more
shit!
coffee because this is approaching critical level right now.
The minute
Stacked
people start
my
pulling,
dice.
Whoa!
Try that
Um,
again.
the minute
11!
you
Wow!
love clutch,
Minus
Yeah, you don't think you are.
1. Okay. Cool.
Tiffany pulls out Percy's bottle of whiskey and just starts drinking. She's had
Oh.
like 2 shots before anybody even noticed.
I was gonna say, as soon as
Okay.
Mia notices, I think she's going to grab it and take a swig herself. And you
Yeah.
have never seen Bia drink.
No.
Yeah.
We are all
okay.
sitting at we are all
Yep.
sitting at the table with a bottle of whiskey.
Correct.
Like Percy's last bottle of whiskey in the house.
Yep. Pass it around. Come on. Here we go.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay, so I don't think. No, God, I do not think I'm Raphael or something like that. No, no,
But
no.
then, like,
I just think that
I mean, if you're like some sort of divine chosen, what if they're coming for you too?
I don't know if they know that. And so my hope is that if I can tell them, we are very literally batting for the same side, can we please work together on this, deal with whatever divine justice may need to happen after something truly bad happens.
But like, I don't understand why they're after him though.
Uh, Angels, demons, I'm sure there's something about interfering with mortals. Like it was a
He's
whole.
not interfering though. Like, he got latched against his will. Like, people make deals with demons all the time, and he's not inherently bad. Like, his role in the greater cosmos is like, it's kind of shitty for him.
I find it funny that people throughout history have always talked about deals with demons, but nobody's ever questioned whether or not angels have their own deals running too. And
Well,
might I
yeah, of course
add,
they do.
and might I add, like their their hostility towards Ubia would indicate one or two things. Either they don't think that you're one of them or becoming one of them, and they just look down on you as lowly mortal, right? Or if they do suspect that you're becoming one of them, then they feel some type of way about a mortal becoming one of them.
I'm
Either way,
I'm inclined to
uh,
believe the former. What's the first thing out of any angel's mouth in the Bible? Be not afraid.
well,
Um,
knowing
They
Percy
didn't have
will
enough eyes
be
to begin with. She walks downstairs and she goes and grabs like her paper that she's writing, and she brings it up, and it's like a 50-page paper at this point for AP literature that's all on, it's like a big thesis paper that is all on angels and demons, specifically like how demons are vilified and they shouldn't be because they're kind of just locked into a job that they don't get to pick. And she starts like pointing out all the information. It's like, it doesn't make any sense like why they would be after him. He got summoned here and got stuck to protect mortals. Like, aren't they supposed to be the ones protecting us, and then they don't?
I
Because let's face it, overall Christianity is bullshit. No offense, because I know, but like the things that goes on behind closed doors in all these churches around here, and everybody hates each other, and we're all supposed to believe the same thing.
listen. It's not like you're talking to devout here, so preaching to the
mildly.
choir.
I mean, I've gone to church since I was little. I know the stories, but I also know that like the Catholics believe one thing and the Methodists believe another thing and Church of Christ believes another thing. Like,
No,
Yeah, funny
and
how
totally.
all
no
the
one can
churches
ever
just
get the
kind of
story.
stare at one another, and then we're just like, huh?
Yeah, funny how the story varies depending on who's telling the story.
I mm,
At the end of the day, it's all propaganda, right? Like, it's all propaganda. There's what people believe, and then there's fact. And there's nowhere in any of these stories that say they were bad people.
There are good people though that do believe. I mean, my mom and my dad, well, when they were raising me up and they were bringing me to church, they were doing the good thing that parents should do, is try to instill a certain spirituality, right? A sense of good
Right. I'm not saying that
and
that
right
it's
and wrong
bad
and all that, but
people. I'm just saying, like, if you read the actual stories,
yeah,
like, there's the fire and brimstone side, and then there's also the do good for the sake of doing good and nothing else side. But
mm,
when you go to like actually read the lore around the demons themselves,
well,
none of them chose their jobs.
mm,
that ain't that ain't the part that
and
I tend to concern myself with. We don't tend to
Right, but people vilify,
judge on that.
like, they say demons are evil, blah 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 blah. No, they're evil because they're afraid of them. Like fucking Andy, he has to sit there and watch people be tortured for being bad people. I don't think he picked that job.
And listen, I've been
He's also
guilty of
somebody
a
that you call upon when you need help finding things.
right.
And she starts pointing through like the sections of her paper that compares Christianity to like the Greeks and then older than the Greeks, and then like just keeps going back throughout history, like the different stories and how they're always retold, and there's always somebody in charge of it. But like they had to create demons out of the old gods. And then she brings up the old gods thing because it's a thing that we're now discussing. She's like, there's stuff that's older than that. And people vilify things like because either they are told to, and it's what they're taught. The rules change based on who writes the book.
Of course, I mean, I've been guilty of a certain knee-jerk reaction myself. Not necessarily because it's part of a belief system that I'm still devout about, but
Conditioning.
I mean, conditioning. When you've been told for decades, literally decades, you may or may not go to hell because of some, combination of failures on your part as a human being. You start really believing in that in the depths of your being. All I know is that if Kate is safe, tucked away, that's the best thing for them right now. And as far as Percy's concerned, he knows better. He knows better than to go messing with them. Now, whether or not he knows better than to fall back to us if he runs into trouble, that's something else entirely. But I think he's got a good enough head on his shoulders. And plus, hey, he's more sober than any of us are right now. How about that? I mean, I give him credit.
I'm going to
It should
bed.
be.
She grabs like the notebook from Bia with like the pictures and stuff in it. And she's like, let me know if you need me. And she goes downstairs and like works on her homework for a few minutes and falls asleep in the lower library. Like head on desk, like
Perfect.
just out because she's been up since 4.
That works. All right. The two of you, anything you wish to deal with before the end of the day?
I don't think so. I think Bia is just very quiet.
I think Letitia gives Bia a long look and says, well, all I know is that for all of the brilliant mind that Tiff has, the fact that she's got to worry about all this and worry about going to college, can I tell you how glad I am that I'm not that age anymore? Holy shit. I mean, come on.
Tell me about it.
It's enough. Like,
Christ, I think, well, when I was her age, I was worried about Doug getting shot up in Korea, but that's a whole lot. Well, it was about him. No, this was about the time he came home. Got his honorable discharge. Came back with a glass eye. Yeah, I never. College was never a option for me.
at one point, it might have been an option for me, but, well, Dad lost his job, right? Sophomore year, I think it was. And then he had different jobs here and there, but never enough. But it's not like my parents even deigned to let me know any of that anyway. They always acted like, oh, we're fine. Everything's fine. You know, out of sight, out of mind. But I know.
Ain't that the way of it? Yeah, I barely graduated high school. There was no way in hell.
One of the
She's
last things that I even said to my father was that I hated him. I was so stupid back then. If only I'd known
you
that I was gonna lose him.
you never
And
know.
Lakeisha definitely, like, she's got like that look on her face, like it's like that, a person's about to cry, but they're really not trying to cry in your presence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bia slides the bottle over and just goes, yeah, you never know what's gonna happen day to day. You can't you can't linger on it. You can't stick on the what ifs. If onlys.
Takes a swig and says, well, regardless of whether or not I agreed with my dad all the time or not, I do know that he deserves justice. He deserves the fact that somebody knows exactly what happened. We'll soon find out.
You know I'm there with you.
And Lakeisha kind of goes out back for a little while, probably physically lets off steam, starts picking up the nearest fallen tree trunk or something, starts moving the chopped wood pile from one side to the other, just
Yeah.
trying to just exercise it out. Hmm.
Perfect. And I'm assuming with this and a bit of wisdom, that it would be wise for Lakeisha to spend the night here at the bank's residence.
Oh yeah.
After probably going through doing all three of you like that bottle of whiskey. Uh, Night has already fallen. It's pretty dark. It's cold, but at least you got a place to crash. And that is where we will leave tonight's episode.